We're going to head out this morning and go down to Paint Lick, Kentucky to Stan Cave's farm. He calls Lone Tree Farm, and pick up some grass-finished beef. We're going to have some local bib lettuce with some local honey mustard vinaigrette, and have some mashed potatoes made with some local cream and some local butter. Most of the meal will be local and sustainably grown, and hopefully we'll have a really good time.
I think you can always argue that the land should be used for food, to take care of people, for food, forests, fibers, those things that we absolutely need, things that we're absolutely dependent on.
We are picking up more and more people that have never eaten grass-fed, and people are coming to us and telling us it's the best steak they've ever had. And we purchase local calves from some of our neighbors that have never had hormones, never had antibiotics. Today's organic standards actually have an approved antibiotic list, and we just totally disagree with that. We believe that zero antibiotics means zero antibiotics. It doesn't mean 5 parts per million, it doesn't mean 1 part per million, it means zero. Last year the Food and Drug Administration approved meat and milk from cloned animals safe for human consumption. Those animals die prematurely. We don't know why, or they don't know why, but they do. So the question in our mind is, you know, maybe it's safe for human consumption today, but what am I going to be 20 years from now if I continue to eat that way? Another concern that the Food and Drug Administration did last year was they approved viruses to be sprayed on luncheon meats. Simply an effort to increase shelf life. And we're talking about a perishable product that we're continuing to hold on to that shelf life, and we don't like that.
In the wintertime like now, it's not as easy to be totally local, and while I'm a huge proponent of locally grown food, I'm a realist also. And in this part of the country, to get locally grown carrots, celery, and onions is nearly impossible. You can get a lot of stuff, but what I encourage people to do to stay local, especially in cold climates like this, is to look at the proteins. You can get proteins year-round.
If you look at our operations, you can see that we capture all the manure and take that manure and process it as our fertilizer back into our pastures, and primarily that is put back into our hay production fields so that we have lower chemical and commercial fertilizer purchases. In the past, we were in what I want to call a regional or local economy. We competed with our neighbors and local states, but today we compete globally. We're competing against the residential communities that are surrounding even our farm here, 400 some acres here in central Kentucky. It's more profitable for us to sell the farm as real estate than to farm it. If you truly look at why I do it and why a lot of people do it today, because they grew up on a farm similar to myself, and they have just a passion for it. At some point, my children may or may not ever do farming.
Well, and you know, even though it's the dead of winter, it's January 21st, it's 15 degrees this morning. If you do a little bit of searching and you get to know some local farmers, you can actually eat local almost year-round.
No use sitting around there in some academy theorizing about you've got to get to the ground, you've got to get to where the people are. The local people are working all the way to the ground. Then the imagination and the other things come.